All right, you ran out here to the garage this morning. It's early in Florida. You're all antsies in your pantsies. Yeah, what are you antsies in your pantsies about?
I want to see what our dimensions are as far as how good does the hood fit. Do we have a good reveal, or is it going to be major?
Yeah, okay.
So we need this. We need to put the hood on.
All right, cool. Well, I'll stop it and we'll start when we get it going.
Alrighty. Alright, what I'm doing today is I took the front of the car off of the rotisserie, and I've got some jacks under there and kind of a sawhorse with a board just in case the jacks were to give out. It would hold it. And what I'm doing is putting on the nose cone braces, which are these, and they're not marked, but and you can figure it out with the holes. As you can see, they line up this way with them bolting in the bumper bolt holes. So I'm in the process now of drilling these out. Sorry for the messed up camera, but what it looks like is there's no hole all the way through. What they have is all these nubs, which you can see got outlines. Here's the nubs, and then there's some slotted nubs up here. So I'll probably have to cut those out as well. But this is the premium fiberglass. It's not the economy, so they're very strong. And this is the cross member brace. Put it on there with just some nuts and bolts. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of fabbing up to see what do I have to do. Is there anything special? Like a dry fit. And I'll get the nose cone out here, not today, but got the latch tray here too to figure out it as well. But I'm drilling these out right now, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to cut all these circles, but I first did it with a small drill bit right over the little hole, so I'm not tearing it up too bad. And then I've got this one, which is the same size as this little box of small bolts that I can stick through. For now, I may, find actual Dodge bolts to put in there, but these will be fine for now for mock-up. And then these will be, of course, sanded, primed, painted. And these here will be cleaned, probably scuffed up, and then I'm going to powder coat these since they're metal. We've got the powder coating oven, and I will get those powder coated. So this is the start of a new segment, I guess, for nose cone prep and nose cone. So stay tuned for more and more on that as well.
All right, so what's new on the Daytona?
Well, I did a lot of this filming on cutting out.
You did some time-lapse filming?
Yeah, cutting those out. You see here's 3 more that have to be cut out for bolts. It looks like here. Not sure which one of these come out.
Looks like a big
yeah,
potential.
And they're cut out, the ones I've seen online. But this, I'm just not sure. According to the dimples, there's 1, 2, 3, and if you put it over one of those, you can see it.
See those line up.
Looks like those line up.
Those are close.
Yeah, those line up. And then from what I've seen online, this also matches with the lined up bumps here.
Okay. Yeah.
But is there that big of a gap?
I don't know.
So anybody that's done this, you know, with a clone tribute. Please tell me. I don't think. I mean, I guess
I could see a bunch of little bumps in the front.
It doesn't really.
Like boom, boom.
It doesn't really line up with those.
No.
But these it lines up with, and there's only enough for this, so they do go here.
So that goes there.
And I know this hole goes here because that's where the latch is to go down and clip for the hood.
Gotcha.
So it goes here somewhere, but I thought that it went all the way back, and like maybe you welded this to the metal. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But then they don't line up these 3 holes. So maybe that's just to keep the air
flowing through the radiator. And
maybe there's still another piece that goes on there. And then I think I've got this support piece right, which that's bolted. Those holes all lined up. These holes lined up. There's still some play here. So yeah.
Oh, I see your square bolts you were talking about.
Yeah,
why did you do the square bolts?
Well, the round
Just
ones, you couldn't get washers. It would pull the square ones back. It had to use longer ones because you can't even start it. It is so close to the bottom of this seam to drill it out. The top ones are fine. They're going into metal, and a big washer on the back side. Those were fine.
I see all the. Oh, you got square bolts on all those too.
Yeah, I had a bunch of.
That's just the hardware you had, huh?
Yeah, that's not necessarily what I'm going to use, but I had a whole box of the square ones, which is old school. Steel nuts.
Steel nuts.
I had a whole box of these, which were absolutely perfect to fit.
They're all good 1-inch bolts. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
I had to use a little bit longer ones.
What's the 2x4?
That is a safety. I think I already said. I've got 2 jack stands, and then that goes back under the transmission. And this board sitting on the edge of the sawhorse. If for some reason
Since it's not on the rotisserie.
Yeah, I'd take the rotisserie off today.
Yeah, I see.
I got the lights out. I'm gonna get the nose cone out here and see what I need to do for drilling. Maybe all this will make sense.
Fender,
And I need to get the fenders on.
fender fitment.
I can put fenders on and just for a mock-up. That's all I'm doing is mock-up. And then I think I filmed the wing on the back, the angle.
Looks cool. Looks perfect.
Looking like a Daytona.
I love it. You've been going to town, mister.
A little bit each day.
Yeah, looks awesome.
So
Love
lots to do, lots to do.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Cool. Nice update.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Made some more progress.
Actually, looks like you got a wing car in the garage.
Looks like a wing car now.
Oh man, I love it. You sent me pictures, and I was like, I can't wait to get over there and see that.
I know. Yeah, this'll have to come up more, but this is just dry fit.
Yeah, that's looking good.
That'll go in more.
Yeah, I got to a little bit.
I made a mistake. There's a lot of nubs that are on the fiberglass pieces.
You want to pop that out and show the little nubs?
Yeah.
You might get away with this one side popping it out.
Yeah. See, these got little raised nubs, and they line up perfect.
Yeah, it looks like every nub has
Yeah, I marked
a
them all.
dot, like where you're.
So I drilled them out, and it's the same along here. The Z panel had nubs on it, and you can see in that hole there's a hole right
Oh,
there.
you can see there's a drill hole.
That's like the first one, and then the second one, and the third one. Well, I drilled them out and put it on there, and this panel was way out here.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. Well, there's little indentations of where these don't have bolts on them. I just assumed.
Oh, they're just kind of hung there.
Well, the center one has a nut on it, but I just to keep it lined up. But anyway,
This has to go up over that fender. Yep. Yep.
so I drilled them out. Of course, it's got holes in it, but now it lines up good.
This looks like a good gap. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
darn tight for that big rubber piece that goes in there.
There's what you're supposed to use as a guide.
Oh, just a 3/8 hose or something?
Well, it said it's actually bigger than a 3/8 because that's for a Superbird.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's about what I always see them as.
Yeah.
This is bigger than 3/8.
Is it?
Yeah. 3/8 is, I think, this size. See, that would have to be a lot closer. I think that's a 3/8 bit.
Well, Daytonas and Superbirds I've seen, they all have a big gap there in the front of that.
So re-drilled that. I'm not sure if this gets I don't think it gets welded, but at least it keeps it airtight.
It looks like we could do something there if you wanted this to stay solid and these to be able to pull it away. I mean, you got to be able to get in there to service the lights, I would think.
Yeah, and if the radiator were, well, no.
Well, it looks like you could get to, that's a pretty big hole into the fender there.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I don't know what pieces go in and
no, I don't either.
Enclose that.
This has the film on it.
Oh, I see.
Which you didn't know that, did you?
I knew it had a film. I didn't know it came off like that.
Well, in the book it says just to take water.
Yeah.
And I started wiping here.
Dilutes it.
You can see it. It's like,
oh yeah, I see.
It becomes gummy and it'll all wipe off. So all these will have to be cleaned.
Yeah. Okay.
To get that.
I was ready for paint. What are you talking about?
What's that?
I was ready for paint. Prep work.
Take it around the block, right?
Yeah.
Made in Texas.
This is the Joe Dirt Daytona right now. Look at the fender.
It is a Joe Dirt, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
How'd you fit your under Valence over there? Did you mess with that at all?
I haven't tried it.
That's kind of a two-person deal too.
Yeah, because I just put the fenders on today just to see about the alignment, and I was going to put the hood on, but it's like, no, I'm going to wait till I get these drilled out where I can actually
make sure that's going to stay on.
And take these off. I don't want the thing falling. And I'm not sure. There are nubs here and here. That has to be drilled on.
Yeah. I bet it looks right here too. There's two. I don't know if that's for the headlight. See those two nubs?
Oh, there's no.
There's something
there's
on
none
that Z bar.
None on the panel.
What's that centerpiece called? The Z bar?
Yeah, this is a Z.
Z
because
panel?
it's a Z. But yeah, I think this gets bolted on the bottom.
Yeah.
And ooh, this is going to be tough. Oh, I guess the Z panel moves.
I see.
And that'll suck that in.
Probably.
Yeah, it's got. No, boy, that is.
Oh, you
thick.
did get your light holders in. These guys here.
Yeah, that was all solid. I cut those out.
That's at the end of the Z bar that had a solid panel on it.
Yes, and if you're going to build one of these, start looking now. Junkyards and everywhere else. I think this light, the correct light, which they said this actually came off of a Daytona, but these are I think a 70 Valiant.
Is that right?
They're in the grill, and they're hard to find because it's what they used on the Daytonas. But yeah, that mounts.
Yeah.
Okay, one side doesn't have anything. That goes up against the side, and
looks like it'll go around there.
And then you got your screen in front of it.
Yeah.
But what's original about it is this prism roundness.
Oh yeah.
And you can find other lights, but they're not Daytona correct.
I see.
But these are actually from a Daytona, which had to be robbed from the stock of Valiant.
Original Daytona parts.
I think Valiant.
Is it Valiant?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I might fact check you and throw up a little thing that says what they are too.
Yeah, I think
if it's not Valiant, I'll put a disclaimer.
What's in the book there as to what is what. I got a couple blocks of wood under there when I jacked it up, and I already marked. Oh, you can't see it here. See it through there.
So the Z is the only thing really connected with onto the actual frame.
Onto the frame, and the frame they use the bumper bolts. Here.
Yep, I see. There's plenty of light down here, Pop.
Is there?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So 2 into the main one, like your normal bumper supports would go into.
Yeah, and they also, all of these, you can see they're on sliders. So this could slide forward more.
I was gonna say it looks like it could go back further.
No,
The whole Z-bar could go back a little further.
no,
It's
back
bottomed
on.
out. It's bottomed out.
It
You're
can
right.
go forward, but see, you've got the fender goes behind.
Yeah, it still needs to be bolted on.
It has to be bolted. All these, well, I mean, this is just for the fitment.
Yeah, this is mock
They
up.
say you mock it up 3 or 4 times before you're ready to take it all off and paint it.
Yeah.
And they said you might drill some different holes to tweak it, because we may not be done. I mean, once we put the valance underneath to make all this right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the hood does have a little in there.
Yeah, if you look, it kind of comes to a point there in the center of the hood.
Right.
I'm loving it. You do good work at Clark's place.
Yep. Then we've got all this whole thing to work with and work on, which,
Did you buy electric motors for this car?
yeah,
You did, okay.
there's what we start with.
That was a little hobby for you over the weekend.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's 2 of those. So we haven't even unwrapped those yet, but at least we got the lights.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, there's plenty to do. I mean, the fenders aren't ready. Nothing's ready. We're just getting holes drilled. Sorry, it glitched on us.
What'd you say? Just make sure it's what?
What? This?
Where'd you finish off before the GoPro shut off?
Oh, we've still got to, these have to be worked.
Oh yeah, lots of work on those.
Lots of work to that. But this is just to make sure we get all our holes drilled.
Yeah, I wanna film the tail since you got it all. You don't have the brackets underneath yet?
Yes, they're all in there.
Oh, they are all in. Wow.
That is all in except mounting,
Wow.
except for mounting the holes through the floor.
I see you got. Yeah, it looks good. And then that's holding that. This edge is that fiberglass edge, right?
Right, it's like the washer.
The big washer underneath.
Great
Oh, you
big
got a good seal to the trunk there, and that looks like a good,
And look at that, it's solid.
good solid seal. Yeah.
Did you want to hop up there and pose like they always show the girls doing?
No.
No, I would say get
I'm
out.
not a girl, and I weigh as much as twice of those girls that are on there.
It looks like a little imperfection.
I see it. It's a little
Yeah.
chip in the matrix. There's another little one right there. Little chunk out of it.
Yeah. Well, we'll sand. I mean, we might have to put some spot putty there to fill those in.
Yeah, the other night, I think we were talking, and it was off camera, but you were looking at that like it should be a wing, and you were wanting to mount it the other way. And I told you, I'm like, a wing gives lift.
Yeah.
This is supposed to foil
This
the
is
air.
flat on the bottom. So a normal, and it's curved underneath. Normally it would be the other way to create the lift, because the air has to travel faster across the top.
Yeah.
But it's on the bottom, so it's forcing this down.
Yeah,
So that's correct.
we're not lifting off. We're planting to the ground.
Right.
So it does look like an airplane's wing, though.
It does.
Just it's upside down. I don't know if you can really see the shape in it or not, but all of it's rounded on the bottom, and then it's a knife through it on the top. So you kick that up, you got some downforce.
Yes.
All right. Really, your gaps are pretty good too.
Yeah,
like to start. I mean, I know we need to
I set
adjust
that
and all
on
that,
there
but
and got the one through the hole, and then I just bumped it in and tightened that, and I thought, wow, that's just needs
Yeah.
to come up some.
and this is super tight here. I mean, it may relax a little bit too.
Right.
Maybe we'll kick the door a little farther forward,
Wait a
and
minute.
this will all be super tight.
I'm gonna take this off for now because we're not gonna be spinning it.
Oh, that way we can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little tight.
a little bit.
Here's
But
the
we
color.
haven't moved the door since you got it. So
I bet you. I think the other side is good. I hope.
a little chunk out of the nose here too.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah,
just
this has a nice gap. And Wow, the door is nice too. Look at that. It's a little tight here. Probably needs to be kicked a little bit.
Oh, I see, a little tight at the bottom, and it opens up at the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, kicking the bottom in and the top back.
Yeah.
Should bring that door right into where it's
and then
good. It looks a little bit low, but
yeah, see, it's wide down here, so if you kick that forward, that'll be a nice reveal.
yeah, that's cool.
And I didn't do anything on the bottom. Oh, although it's tight.
Yeah.
So, anyway, lots more work, but at least it looks like a Daytona now.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It does not look like a Charger anymore.
You don't see Daytonas in this condition ever.
No.
So yeah, pretty darn cool. Can you tell I'm smiling the whole time I'm talking?
Are you? You're smiling. Yay! All right.
Anything else tonight?
Nope, that'll do it.
Awesome work, Clark. It looks amazing. It's gonna be cool. Anything else?
Nope, nothing else.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Walk around.
Put this trash can in the way.
Hang on.
You ready?
Wow.
Dude!
Totally awesome, right?
Oh yeah,
It really is.
Alright, come forward a little bit.
I got.
This fender could come in a smidge, which it needs
No,
to
it needs to
for
go
here.
that way.
No, it needs to for this, because it's out from the nose.
But as far as reveal.
Dude, that's great right there.
Yeah.
Can it go back a little bit for your reveal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that puts that even with that.
Golly, that is great.
Wow, dude, that's great. Like everywhere. That line, everything.
Yeah, it fits on the front line here. Okay.
That fits better than here. Let me pull this out.
Yeah.
Get you a good picture of it.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking very nice.
I cannot believe.
Okay.
The Daytona has arrived.
There'll be a
Is
Daytona.
that the first time you've seen it with the hood on?
Yeah. There'll be a Daytona in the house. Well, tribute Daytona, of course.
Whatever, yeah.
We'd have to buy
If
alarms.
you say tribute one more time on Clark's place, I'm gonna smack you.
Well, we'd have to have alarms and have a stand or a guard here if it was a real one. People would be wanting to get it.
Yeah,
No.
you're not wrong.
Not a real one, but it's gonna look just like one.
I love it.
I know. Well, this hood is in nice shape from the outside. A little bit of surface.
When I got out to the garage, I pointed to the back of my quarter back there and said, that wing would look good back there.
Yeah. It would look good.
Too cool for school. All right, I'll put this at the beginning of the next Daytona video we do.
Okay.
Or whatever you do next.
Okay.
That's a nice shot to end on. Bye-bye.
I'm not going to scrape it across there. I'll let you do
You're not
that.
going to scrape it?
No. Let's just see.
How close you are. I can't get
I'm on it.
where I need to be.
You need to be in.
Oh no, I'm back here. Dude, I'm a half inch more my way, quarter inch. That's perfect right there.
Mine's perfect too.
I still need a half inch.
Well, you can wiggle the fender and the fiberglass.
Yeah, that would
Mine's
pull that
perfect.
in. That actually pulls that into the nose.
Wow.
But hold on, marry it to the nose.
Oh, I got it on the bottom of the fender. If I put it up to the nose, now that's.
To the nose line. I'm an inch back from marrying to the outside of the nose.
Yeah, me too. Cool. It looks like.
You got it? No, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I got it. It looks like Yeah, there's those. And then this, yep, got the holes too. That goes to the bottom of that support.
Mine needed to come out a half inch towards me to marry up with that fender.
Needed to come out?
No, to marry up with the nose. It was recessed from the nose.
Yeah, mine ends up that far back.
You were out this way?
Oh no, it was. But then I just did this.
Catch you on the last one here. So that's how you do that to keep it from blowing out the backside?
It helps, yes.
Yeah, it helped.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, because it'll blast that thin layer of fiberglass on the back, which it's going to get clamped. It probably wouldn't matter, but why break off material that you might need?
Yep, cool.
This is our first hole.
Then you'll waller from there.
Well, we'll cut a bigger hole.
Probably bigger, and then waller just back and forth with their die grinders.
Okay, then we use the next bigger one. Then we're going to use this die grinder.
Oh yeah.
Go back and forth.
I would use that big one from this way.
Okay.
See what we did here?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see how I kind of blew it out a little bit.
Yep.
So go from this way with the big one now.
Okay.
I don't think we need this on the bag.
I'll go slow.
It's gonna tear it apart. No, that's fine. That did good.
I mean, other than pushing.
Yeah. It makes a clean cut on the front too.
Quit pushing.
I definitely recommend, look at the ground, doing this outside,
I see.
or you're sweeping up, getting that fiberglass all over you.
Well, you were taping your hands and taping your arms the other night.
If it gets on your arm, it itches, then you got to take some duct tape to suck it off of there.
Please never say those words in that sentence again.
Suck it off?
Yeah, just suck it off. Essentially, I never want to hear that again.
Okay, from your dad anyway.
Now we're ready to do some wallering. We're going to try wallering now.
You go, Steve Waller?
Yeah.
Who's Steve Waller?
He's a Navy guy that I
Steve Waller was in the Navy with you?
served with, yes.
What'd you say, Zane?
Sucking off the Waller.
Go. Waller after we suck it off. You just kind of widening that hole a little bit. Do you need it to be hollowed out?
I don't know.
Then leave it till we mount
I drew in the middle of it, so it should be perfect.
Yeah, I would say let's
leave it.
Start there. I wouldn't waller that whole thing out.
No.
Because you may not need it.
Right.
And more material there is better, I would think.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it.
All right.
All right.
All right, how's your lights going there? I know we got music playing in the background, but...
Well, those tabs just broke off, but probably just going to panel bond them on there.
It looks like it probably just glues on there.
Yeah.
And they're
because
just
there's no
reflective.
light behind them, they're just
That's the thing, I had no idea they weren't lights.
I guess you don't have to cut these out, you can probably buy these at Peel and Stick.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
Okay.